What's going on, everybody? My name is Bryant. I'm the owner, blogger, and photographer over at Bryant Tyson Photography. And I'm just going to give everybody a second to come in before I get started on today's topic, which is choosing choosing the social media platform that works for you. So I'm gonna give everybody an opportunity to go ahead and come in. And if you're in here, just let us know where you're from. What's up, Purpose Driven? Naturally Key. What's up, Keisha? If you're liking anything that I'm saying at any point, tap your screen. That gives me hearts. That allows me to be able to be easier to find for other people and get them in here. What's going on? What's going on? Everybody, let me know where you're from. So I'm gonna wait a couple of seconds, and I was gonna play some mood music. Okay, Pennsylvania. Okay, you from the country. Okay. Hey, Tiandra, what's going on? Keisha's texting me and on this live broadcast at the same time. So if you like what I'm saying at any point, just tap your screen, give me hearts. I don't want to flip my camera around because this living room is a mess right now. But tap your screen and let me know that you like it because I need those hearts. What's going on? Hearts. I love it. I love it. I love it. My hair's a little shiny right now. Okay, let me get started. So, again, hey, my name is Bryant. I'm the owner, photographer, and blogger over at Bryant Tyson Photography. You can find me on my blog at www.memoriesxbryant.com, on Twitter and Instagram at memoriesxbryant, and on Facebook at Bryant Tyson Photography. Since I launched my photography business, and that was back in the summer of 2010, I've had so many friends come to me and ask me, hey, I want to start my business, but I don't know where or how to start. Can you help me? Or I've had people come to me and be like, hey, I have all my legal paperwork done, but I need like web design or a color scheme or branding. So I found that through helping people start their businesses that I'm really passionate about helping others launch their businesses or even pointing them in the right direction, because I remember how hard it was for me when I started, just to get started and motivated and pumped about my business. And when I first started, I had this idea, I had this mentality of competition, and I had friends in the photography industry, but I felt like I had to have it all together, and I couldn't just be asking anybody for help. So that really hurt me in the long run, because honestly, my sister was telling me a couple of weeks ago that you should have a mentor at every point in your life, and it could be a different person at each different point in your life, but you need somebody to help point you in the right direction. And just doing it all by myself, it was so hard. I was ready to quit, and I don't want anybody to feel like that, because I'm a firm believer that everybody should find something that they're passionate about and find a way to make money doing it. And I know it sounds a little crazy, because it's just like, how can everybody own a business? But honestly, you're a lot happier when you're doing something that you really love doing, instead of like working an 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 every day. You might be happy doing that, and that's okay for that person, but that's not, this is just not who I am, and I believe a lot of people are the same way. So I'm super excited about this live stream. I just discovered Periscope last week, and I love Periscope because I've been looking for a way to do webinars, just to help that person who's looking to start their business and give tips and tricks. So, but I wanted something that was a lot more fun and interactive, and I love Periscope because of the hearts that I'm getting right now. So shout outs to whoever's giving me those hearts. I love Periscope because it's interactive. You can interact with people from around the world, and they can like post comments in the chat box below and let me know what they're thinking during the Periscope, and even ask questions. So I wanted something exactly like that, and Google Meetups to me didn't do that. So I don't know where I've been. I discovered it last week, and I just fell in love with Periscope, and I hope that you guys are liking it too. But yeah, I'm so blessed to have discovered photography, because it's something that I really love. Back in high school, we were required to do what's called a senior project, and it's pretty much a project where you pick something that you've never done before, and you write a paper on about a topic related to what you chose, and you're also assigned a mentor. And My mentor was phenomenal. His name was Mr. David Dupree, and he taught me everything that I needed to know about photography. And even after my senior project, I wanted to major in photography, specifically like photojournalism and mass communications, because I wanted to be a journalist, and my parents were like, no. And I know they would have supported me either way, but I guess they were trying to point me in the right direction. I like the senior project. Yeah, my parents told me no, I couldn't major in photography. They were just like, well, you need to pick something that you can make money in and more concrete. And if you want to do photography, you can go get a certificate after, take a community college course. Like they were serious about it. So I was like, I'll go and get my degree in architecture, but ECU didn't offer the program. So I settled for urban and regional planning, which is something really like really similar to architecture, but I ended up quitting that program at the end of my sophomore year because it was so boring to me. And so at the beginning of my junior year, I decided to become a math major. One of my friends, Stephanie, she invited me to take pictures of her for her cap and gown pictures, and her reaction from her pictures is really what reconnected me with that love for photography. So I started again. I started shooting again. I started investing in my photography equipment and ended up dropping the education for my math major. I graduated in 2013. I launched my photography business in 2010, like right before graduation. So it just feels really good to make a living working in the industry that I love. That's almost how I got started too. Yeah. How did you get started? Let me know a little bit about it. Yeah, that I love. So, like I said, I want to fuel somebody's passion. I'm really passionate about it. I want other people connected to what they love doing, and I think everybody should have that freedom. So I came up with the idea to host weekly meetups to help the person that's looking to start their business but has no idea where to start. So I opened up my email for questions last week, and I had someone ask me about social media and whether specifically he was missing out on clients by not having a presence on every platform. And just a disclaimer, I'm not going to be talking about your blog because I feel like every small business owner should have some form of a blog. If you're a creative owner, whether it's service driven or product driven, I feel like everybody should have a blog. Just to let people see behind the scenes. And like one of my favorite market and coaching gurus says, you want people to, dang, I should have this written down. I took some pictures of friends' son and kept going. Now I shoot mostly adult models though. That's great. That's great. You want people to know, like, and trust you. You want people to be able to see the content that you're creating online and be able to trust you, and that'll push them to buy from you. So my answer for him was yes. You are definitely missing out on clients by not being on every form of social media, but you're not missing out on your ideal client. You are missing out on people by not being everywhere, but you're not missing out on the person that you really want to work with. So you should be choosing a platform that's best for you and plays on your strengths and what you're good at. You should be where your ideal client is hanging out online, and you should be somewhere that strengthens your brand. Being on every platform is exhausting. It's crazy. Like it will really run you in the ground. You cannot possibly update every single social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, everything. You can't do it. So I feel like it's better to be good at a couple of platforms than to be overextend yourself on multiple platforms, because you will definitely suffer as a result. Too many will become hard to keep track of. It's like investing in a relationship. You can't have too many girlfriends or too many boyfriends, because somebody's gonna be left feeling like the side chick. Like somebody's gonna be left feeling hurt and neglected at the end of the day. So you want to leave room to be able to focus on nurturing your clients and nurturing that platform and actively engaging with the people who are commenting. I average 20K followers on each network, excluding this. I update a few times a week. So how do you do that? How do you balance all of those networks? Because for me, when I was first starting, I eventually found that I was getting more engagement on a few networks, and I'll be talking about that a little bit later. So I kind of cut out the ones that I didn't really use, because I didn't want to share between the platforms. Because I noticed that when you shared from Instagram like to Twitter, for example, the link will take you back to Instagram. So it's just like I wanted to respect and keep the my post on each platform native. That way I'm getting engagement on each one and not just leading everybody to one page. So share a little bit with me about how you were doing that. But yeah, you want to actively engage people who are commenting. You want to reply to their comments and like their posts. If you want likes and comments on your stuff, you need to be the first to reach out to other business owners and like their stuff. And that way you make a connection with somebody you're networking, and it's just going to be good at the end of the day. So with that being said, I'm sure you're wondering, well, how do I choose my platform? So I feel like there's no right or wrong answer, but I'm here to help you find your answer. So you're going to focus on, I dedicate certain days to updates and an hour to going through the streams daily. Yeah. Okay. I feel like that'll be great for like an editorial calendar. Where can you share your links? And I'll share those on. I created a group today called the Eastern NC Banging Business Connect. What I'll do is I'll change the name of that group and make it more global. So I'll share those links there. So share your links in the comments, and I'll definitely do that for you. I'll screenshot it. But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, there's no right or wrong answer. So you're going to focus on what's specific for you and your small business, your online presence, and your target audience. Your target audience being the most important. So to help figure out what works for you, I created 3 questions for yourself that you should ask to determine what social media platforms you should focus on. So the first question is, what do I want to do? So you're going to define your goals. And you're not thinking about the big goal at this point, which is to make a sale, because that's everybody's goal. And that sale that I'm referring to is not necessarily a physical sale. It could be gaining a new fan. It could be adding a new contact to your email list. It could be anything, pretty much anything. Get a new subscribe on your YouTube channel. It could be anything. That's the sale that I'm referring to. And we're not talking about that because that's everybody's end goal. What I'm talking about specifically is, what do you want to do on that social media platform? Do you want to increase engagement? Yep, you have to build relationships first, correct. Do you want to increase your engagement? Do you want to showcase creative projects? Do you want to share behind the scenes, look onto how you work? Do you want to communicate with your fans more? If you're looking to share visual aspects of your product or service, for example, you might want to consider, thank you for the hearts, I'm loving it. You might want to consider Instagram. If you want to communicate more with clients in short, simple updates, you might want to consider Twitter. And if you want to increase engagement, get those likes, share more information both visually and through written media, you want to consider Facebook. And a great way to post on Facebook is if you've already created content, because you want everybody to go to your website. So you're creating your content on that website. You're going to post those links over on your social media, and you're getting boost. You're getting people to get to your website to know, like, and trust you. My field is really easier for social media, and I need to do better. Right. So why aren't you doing better? So that was the first question. What do you want to do? You're going to think about what you want to do. You're going to increase your engagement. You're going to showcase creative projects, things that you're working on. You're going to share behind the scenes, looks into how you're working and your workspace, or just anything, and communicate with your fans. So what is that thing that you're doing that you want to do more of? The second question you need to ask yourself is, who is your audience? Who is the person that you're trying to reach? Who is your ideal client? What does she do? What does she like, dislike, or what does he like or dislike? These are things that you need to know, and you need to be as specific as possible. You need to think about your typical customer. If you're already in business, think about the person that you like to work with the most. Think about the client that it's easier to sell to. Think about the person that working with them is as easy as ever. Like, think about that person. Think about their age, their gender, their income, where they hang out, the places they like to go eat, the brands that they're wearing, the things that they're interested in. When you have a crush on somebody, you try to find out exactly everything about them to try to impress them, right? So you're going to do that exact same thing with your ideal client and your audience. You're going to do the exact same thing. You need to create a profile on that person. By finding out their likes and dislikes, you can begin creating content that works to attract them. So if you know the person that you're looking to attract and the person that you want to bring into your business, then it's easy for you to create content and share that with them. And then the last question that you're going to ask yourself is, where are they online? Find out where your your ideal client is online. Research the demographics on each social media platform. So I would even make a list. I would make a list of, like, Twitter. What types of people use Twitter? Make a list on Facebook. What type of person uses Twitter? I meant Facebook. You're gonna social media stalk them, and people post. I had to get over this fact at one point, because I felt like I was invading somebody's privacy by going in and stalking their Facebook profile. But I feel like this: if people are posting stuff online, they want you to see it. So you're gonna social media stalk that person and find out exactly where they're going and how they're using that platform. Find out what they're doing, what type of brands they wear, what type of clothes they like, if they have kids or not, like what districts do they live in, what cities do they live in. You want to know all of this stuff about your client, and by doing this, you're gonna see what ways they use social media. So then you can begin to use social media in the same way and target that person and attract them into your business. You're going to create a magnet around yourself for your ideal client, and you're going to start getting those people come in a lot more. So just a few statistics on Pinterest. Women dominate Pinterest. 40% of women, of all the millions and billions of women online, use Pinterest, whereas only 13% of the billions of men online use it. So if you're marketing for a small jewelry business, you're gonna use Pinterest to market that business, because who's buying jewelry? Mostly women are going online and buying jewelry. But if you're selling men's sporting goods or men's clothes, maybe it's not a good idea to go on Pinterest as your primary social media account. You should use something like Instagram. A lot of men are on Instagram. Twitter, a lot of guys are on Twitter hanging out. So that's just a quick statistic, and I found that really interesting, because it is true. When you go on Pinterest, you see a lot of pink and stuff. So yeah. So putting it all together, all these things play a huge role in choosing your social media accounts. When I first started, I was on every single thing. I was on, like I said, I was on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, everything. I was everywhere, Google Plus, and it's honestly overwhelming. It took me away from what I was really wanting to do, which is go out and take pictures. So after about a year, I started noticing that I was getting more engagement on certain social media sites. So I stuck with the ones that I was getting more engagement on. Not even at this point thinking about my ideal client. I just was like, well, I need to get rid of this Google Plus account. I need to get rid of this LinkedIn, because nobody's booking me from here. When I'm asking people how they're finding me, they're saying Facebook and Instagram. So I wanted to stick with those. And it wasn't until I launched my blog back in 2013, about 2 years ago, that I started identifying with an ideal client. And I began to realize why I was attracting some people and repelling others. And that's exactly what you want to do. You want to work with a certain person. You don't want to work with everybody, because the old saying holds true that all money isn't good money. I've had so many sour reactions when I first so many sour interactions with people when I first started, because they just weren't the right type of client for me. So you want to attract the ones that you want, repel the ones that you don't. So if you know things like what you want to do online, what you want to post, how to share those posts, whether it be videos, you will go on Facebook to do those, or YouTube to do those, photos, you will go on Instagram or Facebook for those, blogging, which you should be doing on your blog, but you can do mini blogs on your Facebook page, or if you want to post short updates, which is where you can be on Twitter. If you know all of that stuff, who your ideal client is, what they like and dislike, the type of post that they like to view, their interests, you can begin to create an online community on your social media platforms that result in your sale. And again, that sale isn't necessarily a physical sale, which for me is a physical sale, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical sale. It could be gaining a new follower, gaining a new fan, gaining a new subscriber on your YouTube channel, getting a new person interested and signed up for your blog updates. That's your sale. And by knowing all those things, you can put all the pieces to the puzzle together and begin to identify your social media platforms and begin to attract more of the people that you want to market to. So Right. So I'm gonna open up the floor right now for any questions that anybody has. And I hope you like this podcast. If you like it, share it. All you have to do is click the number of people that are in here right now and click the share button. Scroll down. Hold on. Where is the share button? Maybe I can't see it. But click the number of people that are in here right now. Click the share button and share it with your friends that can come back and catch a replay of it. The replay is going to be on for 24 hours. And I might actually download these and post them to YouTube. So I think I'm going to do that just so I can reach more people and even post these on my blog. So I'm going to open up the floor for questions. Anybody have anything they want to ask specifically about social media and choosing their accounts? I'm going to share with y'all, while I'm waiting for questions, I'm going to share with y'all something that happened to me. I'm just going to tell you a little bit of something that happened about a week ago. Anyway, well, not a week ago, about a month ago. I started to advertise for my my senior rep program, which my senior rep program is for rising seniors who are currently juniors, girls and guys that can apply based on, and they're picked based on their involvement in school spirit and things like that. Thanks for the hearts. And so I had a lot of people apply because of the way I marketed it. I know a lot of high school age kids are on Instagram. So I stuck to Instagram for mostly my marketing on that. I posted a little bit on Facebook. I didn't get as much engagement, but on Instagram, I got tons of engagement. What I did was, when they applied, I sent them a letter saying, thank you for your application. Thank you, Tiandra. But I sent them a thank you for their application. Oh, man. See, this makes me smile. Oh, y'all know I'm soft. I might shed a little thug tear or two up here. But I sent them a thank you for their application. And what I did was, at the end of the application, I shared with them a picture that I wanted them to post on their Instagram. Yep, thug tears. I shared with them a picture that I wanted them to share on Instagram, as well as a write-up like, wow, I can't believe I'm finally a senior. I applied to be a senior rep with Bryant Tyson Photography. My goal for my model program was only to have about 12 girls apply, because I only wanted to pick 12. I wanted about 20 to apply. I was able to double that engagement by sticking with my marketing plan specifically to Facebook. So not Facebook, Instagram. So if you know exactly where your ideal client is, you can definitely get some amazing results from just knowing where they're hanging out online, asking yourself those 3 questions. What you want to do? I want to take more pictures. I want to, that's my sale, to take more pictures, senior pictures. I wanted to share my senior model program. So I made a short ad, or a quick ad. I just put together a picture and some information. I sent those out to each of the applicants. I said, share this on your Facebook. I got so many responses to that, and it was such a great thing for me. I really wasn't expecting that much engagement from that. So by just knowing the answers to these 3 questions and knowing where your ideal client is online, you can definitely see some great results. And I want to thank everybody for viewing this webinar. I'm going to be doing them a lot more, because I'm loving how people are saying that I'm blessing them so much. And I'm sorry, I got a call. I want to reach out to that business owner who is looking to expand their business and start their business. And don't be afraid to start your business. I think it's incredible that you even got the dream and the passion to want to start your own business. So I think that's completely great. And I'm just excited about offering help to everybody. So if you would heart this, you can go back and replay it, tap that screen and heart this. Is heart a verb now? Like, send me hearts by tapping the screen, and that'll be able to get me at the top of the Periscope viewers, and I can reach more people, more business owners. So I'm excited about it. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll be Periscoping some more.